Anyway, my attempt to record the other game has crashed a little bit. You know, just a little bit. Just a little amount. So anyway, I wanted to try out this game, so I guess I'll be doing that one. I'll be doing this one. This is Demon Bluff. I saw Another Line played, as most people have as well, because as we all know, Another Line is a genius amongst the deduction skill games. I already did like 2 games, so let's see if I could just... I mean, the rules are simple. Okay, so there's... fuck it, you don't need a tutorial. I looked at the tutorial. I saw Another Line play it. I didn't need a tutorial. So, you know what? The tutorial is not involved. It's fine, just start off from Village 3. So, here's the deck. Learn how many evil characters are adjacent to. Pick Judge. Pick 1 character, learn the line. Medium. Learn a good character in its role. Hunter, learn how far the nearest evil is to this character. Enlightened, whether an evil character is clockwise or counterclockwise closest. Learn 1 good character. Outcast, one registers as evil minion to other characters, and minion lies in disguise. So anyway, and then you just like, you know, you look at these and you're like, okay, Among Us. Who here Among Us? I kill characters in previous days, or then which characters were revealed. Okay, reasonable. So anyway, closest evil is equidistant. That means it's either this one or this one, or actually, hold up. Yeah, it does mean that like it's either this one and this one, this one and this one, and this one, this one. So closest evil is equidistant. That means she's like, oh, actually, you know what? These 2 people, are evil, and this guy caught fucking slipping. Gemcrafter caught slipping. Caught fucking slipping on main, because Reg is random evil, counts as random evil minion to other characters. So she's like, yeah, Reg, I know this guy since high school. Hello, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Boom. Easy fent. New characters unlocked. You have Twin Minion, who lies in disguises, and Jester, who picks 3 characters and is like, 1, 2, 3, you know, two bad people out of 3. As Jester Grind said. Dizzy. Corrupted or Dizzy? Corrupted? We haven't seen that game mechanic yet. Fucking die. Shouldn't have been born Dizzy, man. Confessor also Dizzy. Yeah, 1 evil adjacency? Yeah, man, I get it. It's fine. Unlucky, man. Unlucky minions. Tragic. 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 Bombardier. Practices the Second Amendment. If you walk in, you get shot directly in the face with a fucking shotgun. Knight. Unkillable unless circumstances, you know. Right now you can just open all of them because there's no like negative, but it gets fucked up later on. You'll see later levels they get really fucked up. They get like you start thinking about like whether or not like you're Doctor Strange. You're thinking about like 5 different timelines where different stuff is like either right or wrong. Number 8 is good. Number 2 is good. Well, you see, this one's simple because she says there's 1 person who's here who is evil, and this person right next to her says, yo, you're so right, babe. You're so right, bestie. You're so right, homie. So, fucking die. And I also believe that there can only be 1 character of that same role. So this person immediately dead. Until, of course, further levels. So currently, I am not doing any social deduction that you couldn't do with like a really long stick. If you got a really long stick, you would immediately know what's up. You cannot reveal the last card. Okay, there we go. Here's where stuff gets funny. This is where stuff gets funny, when there's like better, evil, bad people. Which is, I guess, like, you know, they're exactly like what's meant to be. If you're fucking fighting Goombas for the entirety of Super Mario Bros, like, it wouldn't be the Super Mario Bros, now would it? I don't know how far specific evils. So another closest evil. Oh yeah, by the way, bad people, if it says they lie, that means they must lie. They have no choice but to lie. So usually you can catch them sleeping real bad. Okay, so apparently this is probably the witch. 6 is a real jester. 7 is a real gem crafter. Who's on 7? Number 1 is good. And obviously I cannot open number 4 if I click it because Witch is in play, so, you know. This guy says, you know what, I think it's one of those two people. And she says number 7 is real, and she says number 6 is real. So either these two people are covering up for each other, or these two people are covering up for each other, or this guy is straight up evil. This guy is basically innocent, so, okay, how do I... Okay, there we go. Yeah, you can put little timestamps on him. So this guy's good. Is this guy full of shit by any chance, man? He's saying the truth. Okay, so that means that one of these people... So he's like, one of these two people is evil. And we have Empress, who is like, it's either 6-2 or 1. No, actually, hold up. Okay, well, that doesn't help, because that's like one of these two. So that's like, whatever. Number 1 is good. They're fucking covering up for each other, like... You know, like bad people. Okay, you know what? No, we can do this. Because now we can do the following. Jester, I want you to count 1, 2, 3 good people. And she says there's 0 evils here. Which means that I'm from the government and I'm here to help you, Mrs. Gemcrafter. And Miss 7, I do believe you outed yourself. Just one more thing. That hurt. Bah, this is Evil Rousey from Undertale. He took too much juice. 1 fake outcast is added to the deck view. Fake outcast is like one of these isn't real. Right now, it's completely fucking irrelevant. No, actually, it's not completely irrelevant because one of the bad people can be disguised as them. Anyway. You open this, you're 2 cards away from the closest evil, which is these 2 people. So then we open this guy. Knight. Unkillable, by the way. Unless lying. So you can usually just stab him for free and they're like, no man, I'm good, don't worry. I'm good, don't you worry about me. Number 4 is good. Who's number 4? The closest evil is counterclockwise. So this one. This is the judge. And I can open this one, so that's all good. So we don't have a witch in here. Because it's a Ba and a twin minion. 1 fake outcast. So either this outcast is fake or not fake. It's one of the two. Hey man. Learn if they're lying. Does it actually work on the Bombardier? Because she's not actually saying anything. Like, it says lose if you execute me, but that's more like a sign. It's like kind of like implied that the Second Amendment exists. Counterclockwise. So it's like, okay. Closest evil. Da-da-da-da. 5 to 6. Well, it's really a shame how everybody's like telling... Basically, the entire game is telling me to execute the Bombardier, but like, I'm like thinking, it's like, are you real? Are you for real, man? 1 is evil, 5, 2, or 6. Why are you talking about yourself like that? Right, judge? Okay, basically what we have to do is we have to verify if this guy is telling bullshit. And if this guy is telling bullshit. So we're gonna do this really simply. We're gonna say this guy is lying. And then I'm gonna check you and I'm gonna check like this. And they both think they're lying, which means that I killed this guy. So anyway, then I kill this guy, and then I kill this guy. Simple, easy. By the way, just so you know, I do believe that killing 1 innocent civilian, completely free of action. You know, you're doing a job here. You have can cry over spilled milk, Sam. Can fret over every egg. We're making a butterful omelets here. Anyway, now we level up. 1 evil among characters. Find and kill it. So this is the setup. We have 1 witch. I am dizzy. Look, man, all I'm saying is that if I see a person saying I am dizzy, they immediately get the shotgun. That is usually the case. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Yeah, no shit. There's only 1 evil. So because... Okay, so you know, funny? Even though she's said completely irrelevant bullshit, you do know that she's good. Because if she was evil, she would have to lie. She would have no choice but to lie. You're not dizzy? Okay, I'm good. I'm happy that you're not dizzy. Which is one card away from closest evil. Oh yeah, absolutely, man, totally. Yeah, man, good one. Yeah, good one, lady. Yeah, good one. Yeah, nice. Did you know that? What other evil? One adjacent villager is corrupt. Okay, there we go. Now this is the part where stuff gets interesting, because corrupted means that the character will lie, but they're still good. So you shouldn't kill them, but they are gonna lie. Alright, now we have two evils. So watch this. Equidistant. Okay, so that's like. Okay, so either you're evil or you are evil. That's pretty simple. Or one of you is lying, and no evil is adjacent to you. Okay, reasonable. That's knight. No. If she's corrupted, that means bad stuff. It's another knight. Well, there. Hold on. Yeah, there cannot be duplicates. So actually, hold on. You're 2 cards away from corrupted character. So it's like, this one's evil, this one's innocent. The wretch is retching in the corner, so that's reasonable. And one of the two of you is pretty evil. Well, anyway, goodbye. Get fucked. That means that you... No, which one of you is high? Okay, you are high. You were high on drugs. I understand. And then that means one of the knights is evil, but like... But like, well, I cannot tell. Well, thankfully I cannot kill a civilian on this one, actually, so it's like, whatever. they're knights. You just walk up to both of them and stab each one of them. One of them is a witch, you know? It's like, if she's innocent, she won't die, you know? Kind of deal. If she's innocent, she's not a witch, obviously. Pick 2 characters, learn if any of them are evil, learn that one of 2 characters is a specific minion role. Okay. 1, 2... Which is 2 cards away from closest evil. Evils are not adjacent to each other. That checks out. So far these 2 make sense. Lover says no evils adjacent to her. That's true. That's a bombardier. Fortune teller and cannot open because of which. Anyway, let's remove the things from you 2. Because the 2 of you, it could be that the 2 of them are bad people and they're bullshitting. So that would mean that this, poisoned. What cards are in play, by the way? You have a witch and a ba. So we don't have poison. We don't have poison on this one. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Which is 2 cards away from closest evil. Okay, hold on. We do have something cooking up here. And we have 2 usables. So, Jester, I'm going to ask you to count 1, 2, 3. There are 3 evils. Are you high on drugs, man? Fuck, I need to lie. There's 3 evils! My guy, it says 0 out of 2 in top left. Fucking card slacking on main. Ain't no way, bozo. But anyway, that means that 2 evils are not adjacent to each other, because it physically couldn't be you. And which is 2 cards away from closest evil. So that means that it's either you or you. Consider that you are not lying, that means it's the invisible person. Boom. Makes sense, it makes sense. It makes perfect amount of sense, obviously. Plague Doctor, if someone is corrupted, then W. Because you're like, oh, this person is fucking high on drugs, and they're like, the doctor did it! It is the doctor did it! And it's like, you know. Okay, villagers to the left and right, which range 2, very important. Range 2 are cured from corruption. And then you can learn how many are cured. One of the most important things you can do is just look at the deck and be like, okay, which one? And you can see that we have 1 poisoner and 1 minion. So I'm free to just open all of them right now. Closest evil is clockwise. Daisy could be bullshitting. No, actually, hold up. Or corrupted. Evil or corrupted. They cannot lie. They're always like... Well, no, actually, I guess... No, because corrupted makes you lie. So, they're always like, I'm dizzy. And if they're dizzy, you fucking know something is up. Honestly, the most goated people, because it's just occasionally... Well, occasionally. Most of the time, it's straight up just a bad person being like, hey, man. Yeah, man, I'm evil. I did it. I did the crime. Officer Columbo, please shoot me in the face with your revolver. Please, Officer Columbo. Please. So anyway, this makes it really simple. Because one of them is obviously bad, and the other one is obviously poisoned. And the one that is poisoned is right next to the poisoner. So it's like this. But since number 6 is obviously supporting the claim, that means that 6 is clear. These two are clear. Closest evil is clockwise, which means that you would be a poisoner. No, hold on a second. What do you mean? Okay, no, hold on. Okay, sus. Which one of you is sus? 1 is evil, 1, 4, or 7. 1, 4, or 7. Okay, so closest evil is clockwise. Okay, so poisoner, poisoned, then clean, then bad. Okay, as such, we're gonna take the doctor, gonna pick enlightened. 7 is evil, 8 is corrupted. That checks out. Stab him. And then confessor is dizzy and killed. Fortune teller is corrupted and enlightened is corrupted. Now hold on a second. How can both of them be corrupted? One adjacent villager is corrupted if possible. Hang on a fucking minute. Well, how are both of them corrupted then? No. How are both of them corrupted? What are you talking about? How does that happen? What? Huh? Okay, hold up. Does it corrupt to next to each one, or...? What? Huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? Anyway, I do not understand, but still. One villager becomes an outcast and sits to an outcast, which is like, oh, okay, it's easy. He's adjacent to an outcast if he's in the game. But then the fucking doppelganger, the doppelganger is in the room. They're fake as fuck, and they're trying to disguise as a good villager. Cannot kill them though, you know. You know, they might be pretending to be another person, but that's not illegal. What's it called? Personality theft? What is it called? Like identity theft. Identity theft, not illegal. Perfectly legal in Village-tania, or whatever it's called. The United States of Villages. The United Villages of America. I see, what do we got? A counselor and a bar. So normally Bard would be useless, but you can just... It's basically the same as a confessor saying I am good, because there are no corrupt characters. That is correct. That is correct. Therefore, it's physically impossible for them to lie. Well, no, it's not physically impossible for them to lie. If there's no corrupted characters, because it's physically impossible for there to be corrupted characters, then that means Bard is innocent. Because they're not lying. Because bad people have to lie. And corrupted people have to lie as well. 1 is good. 1, 6, or 4 are bad. It's a knight. No corrupted characters, so just stab the knight in the kidneys. Immortal, invincible, unkillable, untenable to oppose. 1, 6, or 4. Just like 4. 1, 6, or 4. Well, the wretch does register as a 1 evil minion. But I think bad people can be like the minion, but I don't think I've ever seen it happen. But they could, theoretically. Oh, also the doppelganger is in play. So, a doppelganger, I'm pretty sure a doppelganger is just bullshitting. They're just like, yeah, I think this guy's bad. Yeah, you know, totally. But we don't have a doppelganger, it seems. 1 is good. 2 is a real jester. Okay. And this Jester is... Two is a real Jester. Okay. Okay. We know you're good. We know you're good. We know you're gonna register as bad. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna check the other Jester. Among these people, there is one evil. So the Jesters are at each other's throats. Oh, Jesters want to kill each other. The Jesters think that, you know, they're on a thin ice. This person says that this is a real Jester. This person says that number 1 is good. Okay, so timeline number 1. A Jester says the other Jester is full of shit. Okay, number 7. If people are bad... Oh yeah, wait, we have Counselor. We have Counselor who sits right next to an outcast. Which is this one. So this person says 1 is good. They're probably bullshitting, and then it's also 1. Or a person could be sitting next to Bob my dear like this. Okay, you know what? Just on number 2, it's absolutely fucking you. Die. Cursed Lack. Easy money. You know, it's really bizarre that just like, oh, look at all these cute little people. I'm gonna turn up the volume for the game because the music for this game is not particularly loud. I'm seeing it's barely being... Okay, that's a little bit too loud, perhaps. Slightly louder. Okay, that's good. I think that's very manageable. Let's see. One, 6, or 4. Right. Hold up. 1 evil, that means that's bullshit. That means this Jester is clean. Number 2 is real Jester. No, they ain't. Bozo. Drunk. This is where stuff gets fucked up. Well, a drunk existing is just like... It could be anyone. You know how, like, evil person could be anyone? A drunk could really be anyone. Like, they are fully playing the role of a bad guy, but they're just like, don't give a shit. Once the drunk is in play, it's like, it's so fucked up. Pick 3 characters, learn 1 random outcast among them, if any. Okay, so it's basically like, if there's a doppelganger, or if there's a drunk amongst these people, it's like that. Alright, who do we have? Minion, Counselor, and Ba. So that means one fake outcast that they... Well, you know, there's either 2 or there's 1 doppelgangers, and this guy makes sure that there's another one. And I have 3 evils, so it's... Alright, let's see, what do we have? What the fuck are we dealing with here, man? Alright, so this guy makes sure there's a doppelganger. So either he's right next to these people, either he's this druid, or this oracle, or this invisible doppelganger, or a drunk somewhere in here. And that's fucked up. That's fucked up. This guy cured 0 corruptions. We don't have corruptions, I believe. Yeah, there's 0 corruptions because this guy outcasted this guy makes an outcast. And this is just a common little bozo. Alright, so you're good. You're solid. Fortune teller, 5 or 4 is a minion. Okay, so you're saying that 5 or 4 are assassins, so you oppose 5 or 4. Counselor is 3 cards away from the closest evil. 6 or 7 is a minion. Minion is 3 cards away from closest evil. Council is 3 cards away from closest evil. I mean, these 2 check out. If minion is 3 away from counselor, then that makes sense. It's probably the fortune tells and the druid, let's face it. 5 or 4 is a minion. 5 or 4. So if we operate under the assumption that 5 is bad, and then 3 over is we have 6 or 7 as a minion. If you say that you are bad, and you are bad, 6 or 7 is a minion, and then that. But that's the closest one. That's the closest one. That means they have to be like this, or it's the 2 of these guys, which could be actually. Okay, thankfully Alchemist here is he's just sitting there and doing nothing, and he's so helpful. He's the most helpful person on the board by just being nobody. Okay, so it's either like this, or it's one of these two. I mean, both of these two, actually. Well, it doesn't have to be both of them, actually. 5 or 4 on me is a minion. Random outcast. But we also have doppelganger. You see, this is fucked up. Alright. Evil? True. And then we do... If 6 or 7 is a minion. 6 or 7. 6 is obviously good. So we should do... 3 or 4 is evil. I mean, let's face it, it's definitely 3 and 4 and then one of these two. It's definitely 3, 4, or 7, but I just have to do the proper process, you know. But there could be 2 doppelgangers in here and they're just bullshitting. Let's do Druid and Oracle. False. This person says that neither of them are bad. So we're gonna pick 3 characters. Fortune Teller, are they a scammer? Fortune Teller, no actually. Let's do this Fortune Teller and these 2 dudes. There are no outcasts. If they were evil, they'd be lying. But it could be 5 or 4 because there's... Even though they're saying, oh, they're a minion, number 4 could be an outcast. Alright, you know what? Scout, number 4. If you're not a bad person, then I'm sorry. I'm sure the government payout will be something along the lines. Nope, bad person. There we go. Median is 3 cards away from closest evil. You see, there is another fucked up thing. I'm still not sure if this guy is bad, you know? Minion is 3 cards away from closest evil. Are we assuming that you're correct? Means that 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. But the council is not 3 cards away from the closest evil, that means. So assuming that... okay, 5 or 4 is a minion. Okay, that means you're correct. No, that means you're correct. You're not lying. Is 3 or 4 evil? True, that is correct. 6 or 7 is a minion. Sus. Sus. Could be a doppelganger though. Could be a doppelganger easily. Because I didn't check him for a doppelganger. Okay, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. So it's not the fortune teller, because the fortune teller told the truth. And number 7. Is number 7 bad? 5, 3, 4. Okay, hold up. Is 7 or 9 evil? 7 We don't fucking know. 7 is a complete wild card. We don't fucking know. Bullshit. It could be a doppelganger covering up for a for an evil. And anyway, 6 or 7 is a minion. Well, that's false. That's completely false. 7 or 9 are evil. But we have a counselor, so he would have to sit next to someone, next to a... Well, you see, that's fucked up. This is fucked up. This is real fucked up. Because of doppelgangers. Doppelgangers are in the room. That means... Okay, so we have 9... Okay, so we have 9 people and we have 9 rolls. That means... No, there's guaranteed to be at least one doppelganger. Oh yeah, also no duplicates. Fuck, right, I forgot. No duplicates. Right, I forgot, no duplicates. That means that... Okay, hold on. There we have 2 fortune tellers, we have 2 oracles. That's additional piece of information. This oracle is good. Okay, you are a counselor. That means one of these 2 is a fucking doppelganger. And it's probably number 3. Number 3 is probably doppelganger. 7 or 9 evil. Sounds a lot like a doppelganger talking, not gonna lie. Well, one of the fortune tellers is doppelganging, and this one told the truth, so it's 3 and 4, so... You're good. 6 or 7 is a minion. That means they're lying. Well, I mean, obviously they're fucking lying. The minion's already dead. Let's see. But he still could be a Ba. Okay, so one of the remaining dudes is a Ba, which is basically just... Well, a minion. That doesn't say they're a minion. 7. Is anybody saying anything about 7? 0, 9 evil equals false. Minion is 3 cards away from the closest evil. Okay, you were lying. You are lying. You are lying. 3 or 4 evil is true. That's correct. They're both evil or doppelganger. 7 or 9 bad people. Okay. Among 5, 4, and 3, there are no outcasts. So it's a 50-50 between the two of you. And honestly, I have enough stabbing to go around. Easy. And doppelganger was the one at the top right. Puka. This one's this one gets people corrupted because that's 2 people who get corrupted. Okay, what is this setup? What is this setup? Minion, poisoner, Puka. Oh my god, everybody's just gonna be fucking lying out their ass. There's potentially 6 out of 9 people are fucking lying. 6 out of... I have to find 3 people who are not, like, fucking faking it. Corruption all around, it is pretty nasty. Alright, so let's see it. I mean, obviously we have 2 Plague Doctors, that's already suspicious. We have 2 Scouts, that's suspicious. Then we have Hunter, Fortune Teller, Knitter, Medium, and Empress. Obviously people who are lying, they cannot be doppelgangers. So that's like suspicious, one of you 2 suspicious. Do we have doppelgangers? No, we have a Plague Doctor. Okay, so the entire, like, this side could be lying. Because just because there's 2 Plague Doctors doesn't mean that one of them is real. They could be both fake. Left side is sus. Not just potentially sus. No, just a full-on, I know there's somebody in there who's bad. Okay, 496. 496 could be bad. Alright, let's see. Yeah, but you... 496. If they were corrupted, they'd have to be lying. But they are not pointing at any of the Plague Doctors. And they are pointing at one of the Scouts. This person says that one is a real Knitter. And Knitter says that evils are not adjacent to each other, which... Fair enough. Oh, this is fucked up. Minion is 2 cards away from the closest evil. Oh, this one is... Grr. Alright, you know what? I can just use both Plague Doctors on a guy who's guaranteed to be suspicious. Guaranteed to be drunk. 496. Obviously, one of the Plague Doctors is false, but I'll figure it out later down the line. Okay, hold on. This guy says he's 3 away from the closest evil. And obviously, evils are not adjacent to each other. Who's telling the truth and who's not telling the truth? Okay, let's assume at least... Okay, I need to assume hypothetical correct layouts. So, we have a Poisoner, a Puka, and a Minion. A Minion is pretty simple, that's like trash, and we even know like stuff about them. So, Poisoner and Puka. Let's say, obviously one of these Plague Doctors is bad. So let's say Puka, Poisoner, or Minion. If this one's Puka, that means these two guys are bullshitting. Because they're corrupted. If Minion could also be Poisoner, then only one of these guys would be evil. Minion is 2 cards away from the closest evil. So then that would mean that the Minion could also be here, or you. Do Minions self-report? I don't think they self-report. Because that would mean that you're not a Minion. Because that would mean you're a Poisoner. And if you're a Poisoner, that means you... Or a Puka. I feel like you should just stab someone and see what happens. You know, you just stab someone and it's like, oh, now you know there's the truth. The postcards are saying the same thing too, which is very sus. Well, one of them is guaranteed to be evil. No, actually, hold up. Yeah, we have 2 scouts, so one of them is guaranteed to be evil. Oh, hold on. Yeah, you're right. One of them is guaranteed to be evil, but both of them are saying the same thing. Nah, hold on a minute. No, okay, you're right. Yeah, you're right. That's a good one. That's a good one. That means one of them is obviously evil and the other one is corrupted. That makes sense. That lines up. Okay, hypothetically I should use both like Plague Doctors on this scout. 496. Okay, Puka or Poisoner? Puka or Poisoner? 496. Okay, let's assume that people are lying. That means that what they're saying, it would be the opposite. That would mean that none are... No, actually, hold up. Is it none are evil or more than one is evil? 100 characters, only one is evil. That means not just one is evil. Okay, she's self-reporting, so she's like 496. One is evil. So either she's evil, or there are multiple... Okay, hold on. I feel like I should just start gambling here. I feel like this one is just, like, you know, a gamble core. The knitters... Sorry, the knitter and this one support each other. Okay, evils are not adjacent to each other. Okay, I feel like I need to use you. I need to be like Scout and Knitter. They hang out with each other. One is evil is true, or they're corrupted. Okay, hold on. Meaning is 2 cards away. That would mean that either you're drunk, well, not drunk, but like, you know, corrupted, or Poisoner or Puka is one of these two. I mean, 496 are not evil. Like 0 are evil. Do I just stab? Do I just start stabbing motherfuckers? Just start stab, 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 stab. Okay, current timeline. You are a puka. You are a puka. You are a puka as fuck. You're evil. Straight up on that evil grind set. And then that means that 1 or 2 are evil. Ah. Fucking die. Never mind. You were the good one. That means the other one is a freebie. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Good, 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 good. Just kill all the plague doctors in town. It doesn't matter if we die of the plague. We can still use them. Okay. If villagers corrupt. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna use a fucked up strategy. I'm gonna use a minion's corpse who is going to lie to me about whether or not the scout is corrupted. 9 is evil, 2 is corrupted. Okay, so that means that, alright man, you're clean. You're clean. Unless you're evil, of course. Okay, so 6 was good and not corrupt. Yeah, that means that 6 is actually super clean, unless they're a liar. I mean, unless they're a poison. No, actually, hold on. Could be a poisoner. Okay. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Okay, also we know that 9 is not evil. 9 is not evil. Okay, you could actually be bad, actually, still. The minion is 2. 1 is a real knitter. Okay, but Puka or Poisoner. So in the hypothetical scenario where both of these people are bad, or actually both of them could be evil. Could be that both of them are evil. In this theoretical scenario, the only guy I can trust is Hunter. Hunter knows what's up. He's like either number 2 is evil or number 5 is evil. Because if he were to corrupt someone, then he would corrupt number 9, whom I asked if 9... Oh my god, no, hold on a second. Ugh. Ugh. Oh yeah, Hunter was right next to evil, that is true. Okay, that is fair. You know what? 2 people thinking, much better at thinking. So Hunter, he is definitely lying. That means he's poisoner. So if he's corrupt, 9 is evil. Yeah. 1 or 2. Hold up. He's evil. 9 is. I mean, yeah. The problem is that I only have 1 stab left. Okay, no, hold up. This person. No, this person is either good or lying. Okay, but there's only so many like layouts where people are lying. Hold on. There's only so many layouts. I still have a plague doctor who I know was good. Could be corrupted, but I know was good. Let's see. Let's hypothesize that maybe I have 1 plague doctor. I have 1 plague doctor. Actually, it doesn't say they were corrupted, so this one is guaranteed. Okay, so who could be guaranteed to be a liar, corrupted liar? Okay, so 496. Yeah, you can use your abilities after you kill them. You can. That's how I know that I used this minion who was a plague doctor after they died, and now I know that 2 was not corrupted, and 9 is probably not evil. Probably. So 2 is not corrupted. Okay, so 2 is guaranteed to not be corrupted. They're probably evil. So is anybody shilling for number 2? Is there anybody shilling for number 2? No, but the fortune teller thinks that number 2 is... Number 1 or 2 are evil. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Okay, we do still have 2 scouts. Hold up, this situation must be resolved. We still have 2 scouts. And so far it's looking like number 2, probably evil. And that means the minion card is not too away from farthest evil. So that means that if that is the case, you are a Puka or a Poisoner. And the top in the knitter is probably corrupted. Okay, so you would be the Poisoner, hypothetically, in this situation. Then that means you would be telling the truth. And then 4, 9, or 6 are evil. 4, 9, or 6 are evil. That means that you're either corrupted or evil. Plague Doctor, help me and click on this guy. 2 is evil, 1 is corrupted. Oh, okay, that's good. Thank you, Dead Plague Doctor. I'm glad you can continue to serve us in the NHS after your death. Poisoner, gotten. 2 is corrupted. Alright, that means that... okay, so you're good, and you're not bullshitting. Alright. One, 2 is evil. 1 or 2 was evil, so you're good. Evils are not adjacent to each other. That means evils are adjacent to each other. Yeah, evils are adjacent. So then we have either this person. I mean, 1 is a real knitter, I'm pretty sure. Unless you lied and then you are a Puka. But then you'd be lying. I mean, then you'd be confused. And you are not confused because 1 or 2 was evil. Number 6. Let's see. Let's check out number 6. Minion is 2 cards away from closest evil. This guy is 3 away from closest evil. No, this guy says he's 3 away from closest evil. That means that either in his opinion, either 4 or 3 are evil. And either the fortune teller is lying, which is not. No, but then this guy was like, fucking, hold on. Now, hold on. Now, what the fuck is... hold on. Huh? What? Huh? What's your fucking deal, man? Mr. Hunter, what's your fucking problem? What's going on here? Hold on. I mean, number 6 definitely cannot be a Puka, because number 5 did not get corrupted. Because they're a Plague Doctor. Unless Plague Doctor has a clause that they cannot be corrupted, which I think they can be. Ah, games... oh, fuck. Okay, I didn't notice this. Game start, 1 good villager is corrupted. Okay, I didn't notice this. I did not know. See, I mean, it's just 1 random guy is somewhere in here bullshitting his ass off. And I'm pretty sure it's the Hunter. Pretty sure the Hunter is bullshitting. Okay, if Knitter is... okay, hold up. I gotta operate on 1 and 3. 1 and 3. There's something here. One of them was poisoned. Maybe even both of them. That's the problem. One of them was poisoned, maybe even both of them. One of them could be evil. Are evils adjacent to each other? Okay, no, hold up. Good, but corrupted by poisoner. Okay, that makes sense. And it means that either number 6 is evil or number 3 is evil. Or number 3 is corrupted. No. Because only Puka is left, and Puka did not corrupt number 9. Because number 9 is correct. But once again, the Plague Doctor. Ah, the Plague Doctor. Oh, the Plague Doctor. But I think it's safest to operate under the assumption that number 1 is Knitter, even if they are lying. That would mean that you are free and that you are lying. By accident, obviously, because you're corrupted. 496. It's probably the Empress, isn't it? No, but then if she's a Puka, then... No, where the fuck would a Puka go? Hold on a minute. Where would a Puka go? Empress at least not... Yeah, that's true. Empress is at least not a Puka. Where would a puka go? Hold on. No, genuinely though. If it's an 8, then number 9 would be corrupted, and number 9 is not corrupted. If it's a 9, then it should be lying, which was not. 1 or 2 were evil. It's number 1, impossible, because number 9 is not corrupted. Number 2 is impossible, because that's a poisoner. Number 3. Number 3 would then be lying that number 1 is a real knitter. Help me! Help! Help me! Did we have a doppelganger? Doppelganger in play? Real? Not clickbait? Okay, hold on. Minion is 2 cards away from closest evil. Well, you were not evil, and you were not evil. Is it the scout? But then the Plague Doctor. But then the Plague Doctor. The Plague Doctor. But then the Plague Doctor. The Plague Doctor. Can I stab myself? Could it be 9? Alright. I will postpone killing myself with the knife. Alright. Number 9. Is 2 or 1 evil true? 1 was evil. Hold on, what was your role? No, Mr. Poisoner. What was your role again? He was a scout. Meaning is not 2 cards away from the closest evil. Hold on. Come back. That means you are lying. But why? How? Hold on a minute. No. You're correct on this. That's this demon lie. Lie and disguise. All of them lie and disguise. It's gonna be real fucked up when I get one that isn't lie, but this one is indeed lie and disguise. So this one is lying. Okay, so let's mark all people who are lying. You are lying. But you cannot be a puka, because then the Play Doctor would be corrupted. Number 8. 3 cards away from closest evil. Yeah, this guy is also lying. Like both. The problem is that both of these guys are lying. Okay, so one of them would be affected by the puka, the other one would be affected randomly. This one was affected randomly, that means. Or they're evil. No, they cannot be a puka because Plague Doctor did not get corrupted. Dude, this is impossible. No, like genuinely though. Like, what the fuck? Like, huh? What's the deal here? What's the deal here, man? There is no way for the Plague Doctor to get corrupted? But they don't have it on the card. If that was the case, this would be easy, but they don't have it on the card. Game start, 1 good villager is corrupted. Pick 1 character if it's corrupted, learn an evil character, but... Corrupted. That's corrupted. Corrupted characters will lie, and their ability will not work. They will lie and their ability will not work. Does that mean that it's possible for them to accidentally tell the truth? Because if they can accidentally tell the truth, then it would be the fortune teller. Well, no, the hunter would be evil, and then the fortune teller would be the nasty person. Okay, so you're also lying, but you're not lying because you're a demon, because this person can vouch that you're a real No, actually, hold up. Then they could be lying by the poisoner. But then, okay. Okay, hold up. 4, 9, or 6. Okay, is there a way for the Empress to lie? I don't think there's a way for the Empress to lie. Is it only corrupting villagers? Villagers, yeah. It only corrupt. Ah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. We found it. Bravo. That's a good one. Yeah, and this one also only corrupts villagers. Okay, okay. So outcasts are not corrupted usually. So this would mean that you are evil, and I should stab you in the throat immediately. And that would mean that you were affected by the random lying, because you can vouch that this is a real person, but they are still lying. But then, what's up with you? But then what's up with you? Hold on. I mean, the Empress does think that, like, number 6 is super sus, and there's no way for her to be lying, because the random lie is already taken up by... No, not a random lie, the poisoner lie. Okay, so you ate up the poisoner lie. Then, hypothetically, number 8 ate up the random lie. And then that would mean that you're a puka. And that's what's happening. Then you'd be right. Then you'd be right. You'd be corrupted. And number 6 would be evil. Boom! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it's over. On to the next really fucked up thing. Number 6 got fucked up. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, Plague Doctor is really fucked up. It's like, random good villager gets corrupted. And it's like, oh my god. Okay, the baker. One random unrevealed good villager becomes a baker, and you learn which villager they were. An architect is learn which side of the circle is more evil. Learn equal if both sides are equally evil. By the way, just I bet they were like, guys, we could do something really funny if we just, like, instead of naming the architect, name them like, like politician, and it's like, no, we cannot, no, man, we cannot do that, no way, man. We cannot, no, we would, come on, man, this is a chill game, there's no place for such a thing like here. Okay, so we got Knight, Hunter, Gemcrafter, Jester, Plague Doctor, Wretch, Counselor, Puka, okay. No architect. Okay, we have 2 knights. Counselor and Puka. You see, I would immediately stab one of the knights, but there's a chance that they either got Puka'd or they got Plague Doctored. But either way, Counselor, you're probably a Counselor, let's face it, you're so totally a Counselor. 1 card away from closest evil. Well, that's a little bit impossible, right? Because, yeah, right, man. Then you'd be adjacent either to a fucking, like, that's impossible for you, man. You're either corrupted or you're evil. Because it's either a Puka or it's a Counselor. Obviously, it's not a Counselor, so it's a Puka. But if you're a Puka, then, you know. So let's see if you're corrupted, man. Number 4 is not corrupted. You get the knife, bozo. Number 6 is good. Oh, really now? Number 6 is good. I'm glad you told me. I'm glad you informed me that number 6 is good. I will make sure to keep your opinion in account. Okay. Shaman. Game start, there are 2 villagers, same roles in current village, 1 line. They lie in disguise. Okay, so makes sense. So they're basically just a minion, but like with a game start effect. Learn up to 3 characters. Among them are 1 villager, 1 outcast, and 1 evil if possible. Alright, well, what's the layout? What are we dealing with here? Puka and a shaman and a trunk. So I can just reveal all of them. That's like 3 fucking oracles, man. That's 3 oracles and 2 knights. Hold up. Hold up. Do any of you guys corrupt? Yeah, Puka corrupts. Okay, I was about to go on a stabbing spree with the knights, but I guess not. Yeah, this is a rough bag. Shaman, Puka. Shaman and Puka and drunk. Shaman and Puka and drunk. Okay, okay, okay. 1, 5, or 7. Okay. 7 or 4 is a shaman. 1, 5, 7 or evil. Okay, okay, hold on a second. Feel like I got something here. 1, 5, or 7, 7 or 4, and 1 evil adjacent to me. 7 or 3 are shaman, 4 or 2 are shaman. They're talking a lot. They're doing a whole lot of yapping. Okay, who's a shaman? 7 or 4, 4 or 2, 7 or 3. But one of these guys is definitely lying. It's probably 4 or 2, let's face it. I feel like I just stabbed the Empress right here, just directly in the fucking kidneys. Just like... Okay, hold on. Let's do some logic layouts. Where would the Puka be and where would the drunk be, hypothetically, in this scenario? Okay, only one of the oracles is fake, and only one of the knights are probably fake. Actually, hold up. There are 2 same villager roles in current village. Does it only apply once, or can it apply twice? So both of the knights would actually be real. By the way, I love that the entire time the lover is like, there's a maniac right next to me! Help me! Help! There's a psycho with the loser right next to me, please! Is drunk out of play? Yeah, only one drunk is in play. Could even just be not in play. That's the beauty of the drunk. 7 or 4 is a shaman. 7 or 3 is a shaman. Where would the Puka be in this hypothetical scenario? The Puka could be at Fortune Teller. Alright, Fortune Teller, Potion Seller, it's time for you to prove to me that you're a real motherfucker. Knight and Knight. Evil, true. Okay, so that's a truther. Probably, most likely. Let it be known that it's probably not that the drunk is out of play. Drunk is a not in play character. Oracle. Learn that 1 or 2 is a specific minion role. They're both claiming that someone is a shaman. Specifically number 7 or number 4. Alright, you know what? Number 4, you get the shank. Ah, fuck! Ah, well, I found the drunk. Well, I found the drunk, there they are, to answer all your questions. Okay, what were they saying? They were saying that they're fucking invincible. That the knight is evil? The other knight? No, the other knight could be real. 4 or 2 is a shaman. A drunk disguises as a not in play character? As a random not in play villager. The knight. Okay, hold up. Yeah, you're. No, hold up. You got it. Yeah, you were right. Okay, so that means the both of you are either lying or the nasty fool. There's a shaman somewhere. There's a shaman on the loose. 7 or 4 is a shaman. That means neither 7 nor 4 are a shaman. 4 or 2 are a shaman. 7 or 3 are a shaman. These 2 guys are just pointing at each other. And the lover is like, it's this one, it's this one. Stab number 2. Stab number 2 directly in the kidneys. Okay, neither 1, 5, or 7 are evil. That barely tells anything. But I guess this means that this person is evil. So number 2 is evil. Boom. You were right about not in play thing. I will keep that in mind. That's like a specific scenario. That's like, okay, hold up, this actually makes sense. Puppeteer, all right, here we go. Gotta stab a random guy who's involved. You just gotta stab an innocent bystander. Okay, which is in play? Counselor and puppet. Ah, fuck! I should have checked if Witch is in play. That's fuck. Ah, you can right-click a character to see exactly what lying means. Huh? Well, anyway. There's a distance from one random evil to its nearest evil. Alright, let's see. Hey, let's get on the work. Let's get on the job. Puppeteer, Witcher, Counselor. Outcast. We got a drunk and a wretch. Okay, I see. Obviously there's a witch, obviously there's a puppeteer, and obviously there's an out. So, one of these two guys could be badness. This person says that this person is real, so... And this person says that this person is real. Ah, tried with Jester? I'm only supposed, by the way, I'm only supposed to have one Jester, so it's like... Oh, no, hold on, no, I got a good one, watch this. Hey Jester, how many evils amongst Jesters? 3 evils amongst Jesters? No, hold on a minute, that doesn't check out. No, hold on a minute, that doesn't check out, what? No, hold on, that means you're a puppet. That means you're a puppet, surely. Or one of the Jesters is innocent. Okay, that does make sense, hold on. And it's not you. There are 3 evils. Alright. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking idiots. Oh, drunk. I should have guessed. I really should have guessed. Well, thankfully killing drunks is just... I'm just doing a duty! Yeehaw, partner! That does mean that Jester is not in play, that is true. Alright, well, Mr. Jester gets shanked. It's a good one. Alright, let's see. Alright. So what's the remaining logic here? Let's see. No evils adjacent to me. Puppet here. Hold on a second. They were all gonna say 3 evils, yeah. Well, you know, acceptable casualties. Fuck. Because, like, if it's a puppeteer, there's no way it's a puppeteer. Number 5 is wrong. Okay, thank you very much. Counselor, 1 card away from closest evil. No, that's true, because wretch. Remember, this guy looks at the wretch and he's like, ah, motherfucker, looks sus. I don't like these wretches around these parts. They look like the guy from Deltarune. So this guy is actually correct. Number 6 is good. Okay, so let's see. Are these 2 guys telling the truth? Well, yeah, because... okay, if you're the puppeteer and you've turned Gemcrafter into a bad person... Evil? False. So, good. Then that means you're also good. And number 9 is good, which is a lie. Boom. And nobody could be a puppet because it was rich and drunk. Okay, hold on. That's a tech. If there's puppeteer in play, but there's only 3 evils instead of 4, then that means they're surrounded by outcast. That does line up. That is tech. Dreamer. Learn an evil roll. If evil picked, learn correct info. Wretch, drunk, poisoner, witch. Okay, I don't think I can use any kind of tech here except for poisoner is doing stuff. Cured 1 corruption. Well, lucky for you. Is an blood and cloak of our ability. Yeah. It is very... Now hold on a minute. Now this guy cured 2 corruptions because he's doing a better job than you. But that's impossible because you got ranged... No, actually, hold on. Hold up. Well, I mean, obviously one of them is lying. Or a drunk. Well, probably drunk, probably evil. Let's face it, that's what's happening here. Judge, Wretch. They were Oracle before. The original Baker, the one and only. 4 or 3. Okay, let's see if I can... No, I cannot fucking guess anything here. Like, I can check this one out. 3 or 6 is a witch. I do feel like this situation where you stop number 3 and just hope for the best, you know? Now, hold on a minute. It's probably 3. No, 6, because I know 6 is evil. Well, no, either 7 or 6 are evil, or it's a kind of drunk situation. So let's just... Yep, that's a good one. Honestly, gambling guess, but, yep. Boom. That means that the alchemist is probably correct, but could be still a drunk, theoretically speaking. If they cured 1 corruption, then that means there's a poisoner nearby within 2 range, or they're a poisoner. Okay, I can open number 3 though. There's 2 bakers? The original baker? No, hold on a second. Now hold on a second, that doesn't line up. What do you mean you're just baker? No, hold on, what do you mean by you're just baker, lady? What do you perchance intend to say with... Because that just doesn't make any sense, just too silly. What are you talking about? But really though, let me just quickly, I mean, I really should immediately stab her, because there is no way that's the drunk, right? But then what do you mean you cleared up 2? This doesn't make any sense. Yeah, what corruptions did you cure, man? Ah, drunk. Okay, drunk. This is the drunk, and number 3 is evil. I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. But they were corrupted, which means that it's an adjacent person. Which means that it's this baker. But how does... Oh, okay. They got corrupted by Baker, by Poisoner on this one, so they were telling the bullshit, so they were not Baker. That does line up. And that means that Wretch... Wretch? Okay, no, Alchemist is Drunkard. It has to be this Baker. There we go, okay. And Alchemist was Drunkard. There we go, there we go. Baker ability doesn't activate until they're revealed. Okay, that's true actually. That's 100% true. Witness. Look at him, he's so nervous.
Man, I just saw some serious shit, man. You don't even know what it is. It's fucked up, man.
50% off Walmart hot dog. Unbelievable. Alright, what are we dealing with here? I got a minion and a Ba, and a plague doctor and a drunk and a wretch. Okay, well that means I can open up everyone. Number 6 is a real dreamer. Now we got 2 dreamers. It's immediately sus. We got 2 knitters. Evils are not adjacent to each other, and evils are not adjacent to each other. One's a drunk, the other one's evil. Okay, got noticed. And a dreamer. 1 evil adjacent to you. Corruptions not in play. So that means you're right, and you're evil. Closest evil is clockwise, that lines up. Hold up, Plague Doctor, right? Plague Doctor. Yeah, Plague Doctor corrupts 1. Hold on a second. 2, 4, or 5 are evil. Okay, 1 guy says it's evil, the other guy says it's evil. 6 is a real dreamer. Alright, you know what? How about you? Pick 1 character, the knitter. 5 could be minion. What the fuck do you mean could be minion? What do you mean could be minion? Huh? What do you mean could be minion? No, what? Drunk, you think? Okay, so this one is drunk. That means you are lying. No, 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 hold on a second. No, no, no. Okay, okay. Ah, what's the other outcast he was asking? Okay, I see. Yeah, either way, I really should just stab this woman, whatever the circumstances are. Bah, you got lucky. My guy, you don't know how many people are pointing fingers at you. They wanted you dead. So dead, man. You wouldn't believe it. Okay, 2 people are lying. There's 2 people who are lying. Also, wrong and probably corrupted. Since this person says 6 is a real minion. Unless you are evil. And then this person is drunk. Hello? Game? Pick one character? Okay, didn't lag. That's good. So it's just sometimes the recording software crashes and then I have to restart the entire computer to continue streaming. It's like, do I really want to? And so I'm like, I get nervous that maybe it's like that. 7 could be bad. Dude, these fucking dreamers are so like, so drunk core. Yeah. Man, this entire side is like... Alright, well, you're good. You're good. I guess we do have corruptions in play. A corruption and a drunk. There's probably no such thing as a real dreamer. Evils are not adjacent to each other. It's probably dreamer... It's either 7 or 8. Learn if one villager is corrupted. Okay, number 6. Are you a drunkard? Number 6 is not corrupted. What do you mean, though? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by not corrupted, though? What do you mean by that? This means number 7 is probably a drunkard, and number 6 is the faker. Number 1 corrupted. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Hold. Okay, it probably added the wrench, and it's just the wrench is just not used. Number 8 drunk. Yeah, the way I'm thinking is either number 7 or 8 are drunk or corrupted, and number 6 is just straight up on evil mode. Yep, there we go. Number 7 was corrupted, and number 1 was the drunk. Okay, yeah, that's good. A poet. Learn random info. There are 2 pairs of evil. They were a medium. 1 is good. Okay, actually, what are we dealing with here? Gem crafter, knitter, baker, medium, knight, drunk, witch, shaman, puka. Sober dreamer saw not evil, so they just saw it. Yeah, number 8 is a real drunk. Yeah, there is a witch, there is a shaman, and there is a puka. Do you think there's ever a situation where it's just like 2 bakers spawn and then like there's like half of the fucking people are bakers? And it's like, what am I supposed to do with this situation? And also a drunk, probably. And then also, just for a good measure, all the evils are also bakers. And then it's just, you stand in a circle and everybody's like, yeah, I'm a baker, man. And it's like, okay, that ain't fucking real. Okay, number 8. Okay, so if 8 is a drunk, that would mean that 1 is not in play and is evil. But we'll get around to that back slightly later. Number 9. You're added to the sus list, thank you very much. Number 7. Any corruptions in play? Anybody making people lie? A puka, yeah, puka is on play. So if number 6, number 5 is good, it says. Number 5, who I cannot open. Puka and drunk, yeah. There's a puka and there's a drunk. And that's a real problem for me. Okay, so that's basically the 2 hazards I have to keep mind of. Puka and a drunk. And that we have 3 knitters. 8 is a real drunk. Okay, hold up. If lies, info includes disguised characters. Okay. So you are lying because it includes a disguised character. That's good. Okay, that's good to know. 2 double claims are good characters. Yeah, that does make sense, actually. That means there's 2 pairs of evil. Yeah, but there's 2 pairs of evil. That means they're all adjacent to each other, is it not? Because there's only 3. So they would just be standing, like, in a row. Okay. No. Yeah, no. Okay, if there's 2 pairs of evil, then that would be like this. 8 is a real drunk. Okay, no, hold on. But hold on. No, hold on. If lies. So you are lying. Probably because you're right next to a puka. So either way, number 5 is probably a puka. Number 5... No, never mind. Apparently I just did the most expensive, like, card flip. 6 is a real gem crafter and is not corrupted. Well, that means you're completely right. Number 5 is good. They were covering for each other and I just stabbed one of them directly in the kidneys. Okay, so you are lying. Number 1 is good. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Puka, then evil, and evil. No, actually, hold up. I'm missing a really important... There is no original baker. No, hold up. There's no original baker. Yeah, that's a faker. That's a fake one. I killed this one. I just stabbed this one directly in the kidneys because there is no original baker. Right? That's how it works. That's how it works. Just quick double check. 1 random unrevealed good character becomes a believer in which villager I was. Alright, so yeah. Miss Baker? Could be a drunk. Could be a drunk. Could be a drunk. Could be Puka corrupted. Yeah, you're right. If they're corrupted by Puka, then that means they would be lying. Could be drunk or a Puka. I nearly stabbed them directly in the kidneys, but it's probably not them. There are 2 pairs of evil. Number 1 is good. Okay. It's real drunk. Oh, hold up. That means number 3 is a Puka, who is also lying about number 1 being good, because number 1 is a witch or a shaman. But then why are these 2 guys talking the same thing? Witch, shaman, Puka. Does that make sense? But then you have this bozo saying that evils are not adjacent to each other. Because they're a drunk. Obviously, because they're a drunk. Okay, hold up, actually, that does make sense. Should I stab the knight in the kidneys for just a good measure? I'm just gonna stab... No, it could be a drunk, theoretically speaking. I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. But it's just so tempting to... Just, you see a knight and you stab him in the kidneys immediately and see what happens. Usually nothing, but like, they could be a drunk. It could be a drunk. Alright, well, number 3. I'm sorry, but you're definitely evil.
It's not a Puka, that's the wrong one. This was pure luck. This is just pure luck.
Okay, now hold up. If you're a Puka, then you're a bad person named Shaman. Okay, so if you're a Shaman and you're a Puka, that means the 2 of you would be lying. But then this bozo would be wrong about evils not being right adjacent to each other because they're not a drunk. They couldn't be a drunk. Surely, they couldn't be a drunk. 2 of the knitters have to be real. Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's just quickly check out the disguise. Okay, I cannot check out disguise if it's like has to be in play or not in play. Okay, well, I mean, she was lying about 1 being good, so obviously I can stop the 1 for free, which is very worrisome, but very true. There are 2 pairs of evil. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Okay, so you're basically guaranteed to be correct that evils are not adjacent to each other. So by process elimination, it's not you, it's not you, it's not you, it's not you, it's one of these 2 then, isn't it? Number 4 is lying. 8 is a real drunk. Oh yeah, hold up, actually, hold up. Okay, you see, okay, there's a problem here. There's a significant problem here. Number 4 is saying that number 8 is a drunk, but... No, they couldn't be a drunk. I was gonna say, what if number 4 is a drunk, but it couldn't be, because the number 5 was definitely in. And there's 2... Okay, so that's definitely number 4, isn't it? Just in case, double check. Who the fuck is the drunk? No, hold on a second. Oh, no, there's 2 knitters in place, so they're real, because we have a shaman. Okay, that makes sense. So that means number 4 is evil. Which, of course, doesn't make fucking sense, because... Actually, hold on. Yeah, okay. Number 8 was the drunkard, and number 9 was the evil. Okay. The shaman. Alright, well, I mean... You know, it was getting there. I was getting there, but, like, sadly, it's just too complicated. There's just too many... Ah! That doesn't make sense. That makes sense. It's my first assessment. 8 drunk, 9, 1, and then 3. No, actually it was 9, 1, and then 2 was evil, but like, I guess that's how it is. Ah! Well, thankfully I still have plenty more lies. 8 couldn't be a drunk. Nah, I think they were a drunk, sadly. We were all wrong. Eventually time comes for all of us in this situation. We have a Puka and a Poisoner, so it's gonna be lies hell again. But at least no drunkards or doppelgangers. We do have a Confessor, which is good. And a Twin Minion. Not a minion! A Twin Minion! Okay, well... Dizzy. Oh, the 2 of you are dizzy, are you? Well, which one of you wants to get the shank first, pray tell? I'm sorry, but according to the local law, it is illegal to be dizzy. But you get to live because there's 2 corruptors in play, and, you know, it says they're probably on the right side. 702 is a Poisoner. 609 is a Minion. In 273, there's a Minion, Villager, and an Outcast. Oh, there's the Outcast. What order did I reveal the Bakers? Original Baker, then Druid. So it does make sense. Yeah, that does check out. So the Bakers are probably correct, unless both of them are poisoned. That could be a thing, but 273 Villager, Minion, and Outcast. I mean, it does check out. Outcast on the left with a Bombardier, and then you have a Minion and an Evil. But, like, which one is Evil? Which one's a Villager? So, those 2 guys are both sus. One of them is evil. One of them is evil, the other one is lying. Or you are evil and you corrupted, and actually both of them are innocent. That could be actually. Hold on. 702 is a Poisoner. Alright, look, number 2, I'm sorry, but everybody says you're probably evil. Corrupted. That does make sense. 702 is a Poisoner. I really should. I should just kill you where you stand, man! Alright. In this case, you are dizzy. Okay, but if Confessor is... Okay, so if you are Puka, and on the right side you had a Poisoner, is a twin minion. 6 or 5. 6 is definitely telling the truth. Well, that's the problem. It could be that... okay, so this one would be the Puka. This one would be the twin minion. And this one or this one, they would be the poisoner. In which case, it will all check out that actually left side is more evil in this scenario. 3 and 4 are sus to you. I feel like everybody is... Yeah, you know what's the problem? Everybody is sus except for the 2 bakers. The 2 bakers, they're basically like, yeah, there's no way they're evil. Between 2, 7, 3. Okay, you know what's good though? We got one of the corrupted people. So that means there's more space for dialoguing and monologuing. 7 or 2 is a poisoner. Sus, actually, hold on. You know, just like thinking about it, just kind of sus. 4 is lying. Yeah, 4 is lying. 7 is proven. Is 7 proven? Yeah, I guess it's kind of... Okay, but you see there's like kind of like timelines going on where this one could be the poisoner. I'm thinking that either 1 or 3 are poisoner. They're the only outcast possibility. You need to have 1, there's no way anyone else could be outcast. Okay. If lies, all characters in info are villagers. Okay, so... okay, hold up. If lies, all characters in info are villagers, so she cannot, like, possibly lie about the outcasts. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. So that means these guys are correct. That means that this guy is poisoner. 702 are poisoner. You are corrupted. You are evil. And you are... Hold on. Three is a minion. Yeah, okay. Okay, so you'd be Puka, you'd be minion. Yeah, but what about right side is more evil in this scenario? Number 2 is the villager, number 7 is the outcast. Yeah, okay, hold on. Okay, let's see if you're correct. 273, okay, 273, okay, so obviously this one is evil. That means, hopefully, unless she's the poisoner, but then she'd say that all of them are, like, villagers. Okay, so yeah, you are the poisoner. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. We got that one. That's 1 in the bag. Okay, what if you are the Puka and you are the twin minion? Does that make sense? Okay, okay, so it's between these 3 guys. One of them is innocent. One of those 3 guys is innocent. This is like playing Minesweeper 1 and 3, but I need to big brain it. If 4 is Puka, then 6 is telling the truth. If 4 is Puka and 5 is this one, then this one is telling the truth. That is correct. But assuming that they are all, they're all telling the wrong, the falsehoods, Confessor is. Okay, so this one. Okay, yeah, okay. Corrupted or evil, corrupted or evil, corrupted or evil. You see? It's just like. If 4 is Puka, then 6 is telling the truth. Yeah, I mean, there is a world in which number 6 is true. I feel like no matter which world I go, though, I do feel like number 4 is evil, right? You know? You feel me? It makes more sense. Okay, let's face it. This is a 2 in 3 chance. This is. Okay, you know what's fucked up though? Let's assume I kill Oracle. If that shit says twin minion, I am so fucked. It's such a 50-50 with no recourse. So obviously I kill number 4. Oh, goodness. Right side is more evil. You're so right, bestie. You're so right. This confessor is time for you to get Shangy in the kidneys. Okay, there we go. It wasn't a fucked up situation. It was the best possible situation I could have had. That's nice. That's nice. This one is evil, yeah. Lilith! Okay, this is where the game starts getting silly. Alright. I will do a quick break to get myself some tea. It should take about 2 minutes. Hopefully. So I will be right back. Yeah, I did see that, like, 5 was the best pick. I do still feel like there could have been a 50-50 after that, but yeah, 5 was definitely the right first pick. And then I guess it's better to kill 4. BOTC? What's BOTC? Out of curiosity. I presume it's another game made by these same people. Alright, we got Lilith, which is the fucked up one. Because that means I cannot just, like, open... Ah, Blood on the Clock Tower. Okay, okay, that makes sense. That is indeed the genre-defining game. Well, I mean, technically Werewolf is genre-defining game, but then so is Mafia. I feel like... Do you just feel like every single game in this genre is, like, genre-defining, and there's, like, 4 games that are simultaneously genre-defining for the same genre? Alright. I do feel like this definitely feels more like Blood on the Clock Tower-y. But... No, I guess all of the... I was gonna say it's because it's less round-based, but all of them are round-based, are they not? And this one is just one big round, unless you count this whole bit. Which I guess you could count it. Alright. Open one random one. 2 cards away from corrupted character. Knight. Can't die. That's good. That's good that you cannot die. But if you're corrupted, that means you can die. No evils adjacent to me. Okay, I see. But you could be wrong, because you're corrupted. You should open 7 and 5. 7. Alright, so you're probably corrupted. Actually, hold on. Hold on, give me a second. Which twin minion? Lilith. Okay, so one of these guys... One of the... Okay, hold up. This is actually kind of easy. Ah, right. Hold up. Because... Okay, the original Baker. I think the way the setup layout works is... I think I can open all of them, but I'm not sure if the witch is gonna block me. 5 or 6 is the witch. Was a druid. Yeah, okay, I cannot open number 9. That makes sense. So one of these guys is lying. Or both of them are lying, also potentially true. I feel like this is one of those stab the knight and see what happens kind of situations. Yeah, because there's... No, hold on a fucking second. No, hold on a minute. I just had a big brain moment. You get shanked. You get shanked. No, actually the knight shanks first because, like, you know, but like just to check. And you get shanked. Now hold on a minute. What do you mean you're 1 card away from corrupted character? When I can clearly see that there is no Ah, drunkard. Okay. One of these 2 people is the drunkard. No evils adjacent, so that means you could be... Okay, hold on. I was a little bit hasty. 5 or 6 is the witch. I already know that's false. And I would stab you, but sadly, the drunk is in play. The drunk could be anyone in this very room. Was the druid, was the baker. Could have been the baker, and could be the baker. I can open this one though. 6 or 7 is a twin minion. 6 or 7 is a twin minion. Okay, well, I mean... Ah, yeah, I also took 2 damage. I'm on 1 HP. Which is obviously the only HP that matters. But, yeah, I got really close. Did I stab the knight? Yeah, I did stab the knight. So the knight is good. The knight is good. You are 2 cards away from a corrupted character. Which was... Okay, which is impossible, which means that you are good because you're not a drunkard. And number 8 is the drunkard. Means you're good. That means no evils adjacent to you, which means you're a good baker. 5 or 6 is the witch, which is obviously false. So that means you get shanked. Do you get shanked though? Give me a second, give me to think. Number 8 was the drunk. So that means you do get shanked, because it's safe. Number 2 is safe. So it's between number 1 and well, I mean, that's clearly not a twin minion, like in 6 or 7, so you get shanked as well. Ah, there we go. That's good, that's good. Ascension 4. Let's... 2 evils. God, what kind of fucked up shit do you have for me? Let's see. By the way, don't like the sprites look very like Helltaker-y? Like if you told me that Van Ripper worked as like the guy who made sprites for this game, I would like I would fully believe it. I'd be like, yeah, this looks like Van Ripper enough, like, you know. Yeah, sure, like this little bar, like he would do it a little bit differently, but I'm sure they requested it to be a specific way. But like, yeah, this medium, that's a Van Ripper original, 100%. That's a Helltaker right there. Alright, let's see. What do we actually have again? I know I said this is the layout, but I didn't actually read it. Witch. We got the Witch. We got the Witch, and we got 1 fake Outcast. Witch is 1 card away from the closest evil. Another Dreamer. You are 1 card away from Corrupted Character, which means like this one, which is 1 card away. They keep talking about the Witch. Hold on a second. No, we could have 1 corruption if there's a Plague Doctor in play. The art is definitely polished looking, yeah. It's very pretty. Very cute. I do feel like in some situations, like, it doesn't properly parse whatever it's meant to be here. Like here it looks like there's a little bit of white thing going on. But otherwise, like, you look at some other cards and it's like perfect. Like this one has like a little bit of a thick line, so it makes me think that a different person wrote it, or it's like... Because this one has... Okay, what I'm saying is that most of the cards, they look like they came from the same person, but occasionally there's like little hiccups. But for the most part, it's good. For the most part, it's good. Twin minion look a little different from the minion. Yeah, because it's literally just like a reflection. It's not like, oh, this is the other side of that same minion. No, it's like it's literally a mirror. Like not like basically a mirror. No, like 1-to-1. It's just a mirrored image. All right. Well, we have 2 scouts, 2 dreamers. Both scouts are saying the same thing. What's number 3? 1 evil adjacent. Understandable. Number 5 or 6? It doesn't really matter from what I'm seeing. Confessor is good! Ah, that's good. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that you're good. Can't reveal that one. I could just ask both of them to look at the Confessor, and then I can just stab both of them. If they say the same thing. Well, no, actually, hold on. Alright, let's see. Plague Doctor. Assuming that this is the Plague Doctor, you are 1 card away from Corrupted Character, which means that one of these guys is corrupted, and one of these guys is evil. You say that this guy is evil, or you are evil. But what the poet is saying kind of checks out if you're checking on it. So the clearest option is to kill number 4 and see what happens. Because number 8 is probably corrupted. Let's pick you. 4 could be Ba. Could be Ba. Could be Ba. Could be Witch. Alright. Now this is a little bit of a trouble, isn't it? But that means that the Dreamer is like full of shit and should be stabbed immediately, right? No, hold up. Learn an evil roll. If evil picked, learn correct info. But if it's evil is not picked, then it's incorrect info. Okay, I see. So like this is not a guarantee, like, okay, you click the correct evil character. Okay, I see how this works now. Okay, but the scout is not corrupted, which means that is actually true. But doppelganger, no. But does a doppelganger lie? It doesn't say that it lies. Always considers themselves disguise troll, but they don't lie. Disguise is the poet and started writing better poems. The poet is curious, I see. Doppelganger tells the truth. Okay. So doppelganger is basically like a real guy, but occasionally it's like, oh, actually this is a like this is an outcast. Okay, I see. That's the angle. So real guy, and this is the doppelganger. So that means that both of the dreamers got wasted. That's a shame. That's kind of a fuck up. Means you are not one away from corrupted character. But are you corrupted? Okay, so you see, one of these two is bad. And then we also have one of these two is bad. And I only need to find 2 bad people. Which is 1 card away from closest evil, though. Okay, so they cannot be adjacent. So it should be like lover and dreamer. And you are corrupted. Lover, dreamer, corrupted. Because which is 1 card away from closest evil, so it makes only sense if I just stab the lover. Fuck! Ah, shit! Ah, fuck. Unlucky. 3 evils amongst all characters. Find them and kill them. Alright. Minion, twin minion, and Puka, and doppelganger, I see. Alright, what are we dealing with? 3 cards away from corrupted character. 2 evils adjacent to you. Help me! Help! I'm surrounded by minions! Alright, I see. Eight, 2, or 6 are evil. 9, 4, or 5 are evil. Oh, right. No. Well, I could have a doppelganger. They discuss is a villager currently in place. Okay, I see, I see. No, I did not mean to stab. So what are the duplicates? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. I mean, that checks out. We have at least 2 duplicate people and probably 1, and definitely, maybe, possibly, theoretically, I think so, 1 doppelganger. Minion is 2 cards away from closest evil. Plus we have a Puka. So even a correct person might have it. Minion is 2 cards away from closest evil. Twin minion. Minion is 2 cards away from closest evil. These 2 guys are corroborating each other. Okay, so you're very suspicious, then the 2 of you would be telling the lies. So if you're a Puka, then minion, then this is the easiest game of my life, surely. Surely it's the easiest game of my life if I just get lucky and ignore anything. 1 is evil, 8, 2, or 6. Only 1 is evil, you say. Only 1 is evil. But she says only 1 is evil, so how could it be? If Empress is lying, then all 3 are good, yeah. Alright, that means... Okay, the 3 of you are clear for now. At least the 2 of you. These 2? No, actually, because... Yeah, I think these 2 are clear for now, unless they're minion and twin minion. Fortune teller? Look at these 2 people, tell me if any of them are evil. Evil? True. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. We have an Among Us in our situation. They're claiming the opposite things. Because these 2 are claiming that they're both right. Minion is 2 cards away from closest evil. That does line up. But she says, actually, both of them kind of full of shit. But if this was the Puka... Does a roll count in play if a baddie is playing it? Okay, disguise. Disguise is a good villager currently in place. No. If there's a doppelganger, then it's guaranteed to be a good villager. Well, we do have another fortune teller. One of the double claims is a doppelganger and is telling the truth. Oh, a good villager. Okay, well, if you are good... 9405. That means that she's basically saying kill number 4. No, should be saying kill number 5. She would be saying kill number 8. Hold on a second. Puka. What is this guy saying? What's this guy saying closest corrupted character? This guy says either 5 or 2. Okay, so Puka could... Okay, so it's either lover or fortune teller who are like, grr, I am lying. So I need to get 2 absolutely good people who I know are good, who I can trust. But the problem is I have nobody. You know, the doppelganger pair, but if not... Yeah, if both fortune tellers are telling the same thing, actually. 705. Okay, so you two are also 705. They're saying the same thing. They're a doppelganger pair. So that means they are good. So that means you are evil and making people lie. And you think that these two... 8, 2, or 6. 8, 2, or 6 are evil. 6 is evil. So I'd kill you, but before I rush too hard. This guy says he's 3 cards away from a corrupted character. But... You know what? Hold on. Closest corrupted character. Okay, you could be a minion. So this one... So Puka, minion... No, Puka, corrupted, and this guy's a minion. This would line up. So if I kill you, you're a twin minion, and not a Puka, so now I'm back to being confused. I still have a 705 are evil. So I reckon you're gonna be a Puka then. You're a doppelganger. So the scout is good. That means the scout is good. And twin minion is 1 card away from closest minion, from closest evil. And this person is, minion is 2 cards away from closest evil. So that means that a Puka... Now hold up. Puka is either 1 away... Yeah. Or, hold up. Puka could be in the middle. I mean, there's a matter of this motherfucker, who is probably evil as shit, because they're surrounded by 2 good characters. 5 or 7. Okay, 5 or 7 are evil. Okay, that is the case. 5 or 7 are evil. So either 5 is evil, or 3 is evil. Probably both. This guy's corrupted. Okay, but there's a corrupted character somewhere nearby. So minion... Okay, so where could a minion be? Minion could be here, or here. Okay, also, 1 is evil, 9, 4, or 5. 9, 4, or 5. That means all of them are good, and that means both of the fortune tellers are actually lying. Neither 5 nor 7 are evil. That means one of them got puka'd and the other one is a nasty person. There's a minion and there's a puka. So everybody on this side is kind of sus, actually. Okay, so let's see. 1 and 4 have to be evil and the other corrupted. Therefore, evil and corrupted. Okay, that checks out. Let's move 1 and 4 evil. So 4 is good and 1 is evil because of number 6. Yeah, 9, 4, 5 was the queen. So, and if the queen is lying, then all the characters are good. So that means 9, 4, and 5 are immediately cleared. 9, 4, and 5 are immediately cleared. So that means you are good and corrupted. You are good and corrupted, which means that this is a puka. You are lying, and you are a minion. Minion is 2 cards away from closest evil. That's a 1-2, that checks out. When minion is 1 card away from closest evil, that's not the case, that checks out. Let's get to stabbing. Mr. Bard, does your info check out? Your info checks out perfectly. Stab. Stab. There we go. 8, 2, or 6. There we go. That's good. Okay, that's good. That's we can get to that one. I mean, yeah, going for 1 first would be a wiser choice, but I think whatever I did was good enough. Apparently. What are we dealing with here? Minion, a ba, a doppelganger. So no corruptions. Alright, Mr. Alchemist, if you're about to tell me that you cured some corruptions, you get the knife. All I'm saying, Mr. Alchemist, it's if I see some bad news, you're so dead. Geralt! That's a wretch. There's only 1 pair of evil. 6 is a real slayer. Cures your corruptions? That's good. I'm glad you say that. I'm glad you say that. 8. Yeah, no corrupted characters. Is there a witch? There is no witch. There's a minion and a ba. One fake outcast is added to the deck for you. So there's either one fake doppelganger or the wretch is fake. Okay, I see. And we have a duality in these 2 guys. 1 is a real judge. Oh, hold on, Mr. Judge. Mr. Judge, what would you say about Mr. Alchemist right here? He's saying the truth, and that is correct. That means number 1 is a real judge. Number 6 is a real slayer. Oh, is he now? Is he now? Can I just tell the slayer to... Can I tell the slayer that actually I think he should really kill the wretch just for funsies? There are no corrupted characters. Actually, hold up, yeah, that is also correct. There is only 1 pair of evil. You know, you say that, but it could be wretch and knitter. No, actually, hold up. What am I saying? Fucking die, duplicate man. 6 is a real slayer? No, he isn't. Okay, no, actually, what are we dealing with here? Minion, poisoner, puka. Oh, it's one of those days. Killing Wretch with the Slayer could reveal its real character. Yeah, I suppose so. I find that for some reason it's just never the Wretch. I assume it's just like they rigged the RNG because they just couldn't figure out the proper interaction for that one. because it's just completely fucks up the whole like code system. But like that's what it is. What is the setup again here? Minion, Poisoner, Puka. So there is no negative to me opening everyone here. Sus. 4 or 3 is a Poisoner. 4 or 3 is a Poisoner. I mean 4 checks out, but I guess so does number 3. But we also have a Puka in play. But like, I mean, let's face it. We got. Do we have a doppelganger? We don't have a doppelganger. It's Minion, Poisoner, Puka, and we have 2 duplicates. So like, it's like some people on this corner are pretty evil. Closest evil is counterclockwise. I see. Well, that's immediately bullshit. That's because this corner... Well, actually, it could be the fortune teller, technically speaking. Or you could be telling the lies. No, I mean, that is the point. You could be telling the lies. In 1 pair of evil, there are 2 pairs of evil. Closest evil is equidistant. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we have 3 evil people. Which means they're either all in a row, and there are 2 pairs of evil, but that wouldn't make sense, because like, what the fuck, so like, bullshit. There's only 1 pair of evil, so that's like... It's like if you're telling the truth. 2, 1, or 3 are evil. Well, you're lying. Let's see. 1 pair of evil, that makes sense. So if these guys are evil... you know what? Should I just get the stabbing? I could just get the stabbing. Actually, hold on a second. It's probably... There could be 0 pairs of evil. If it's like this, then there's 0 pairs of evil. No, I guess if it's like this... Why did I rank you as... Actually, hold up. Why did I rank you as evil? So if it's like this... Yeah, if it's like this, then this setup makes sense. If it's like this... No, it doesn't make any sense, actually. Because it means that you're definitely poisoned. And then you're definitely poisoned. Actually, hold up. Are you definitely poisoned? We do have a minion in here. There's like some killing... like... There is definitely a lot of corruption possibilities. I feel like the logical conclusion here is just to stab the knight just in case, but... Just like, you know, it's just the right thing to do, isn't it? Alright, 4 or 3 is the poisoner. Okay, but the problem is if 3 is the poisoner and it poisoned the knight... Okay, no, hold up. That would actually make a lot of sense. You would be so right. If the knight can die, because the fortune teller is... Okay, hold on. Tell if any characters are evil. Okay, so, hypothetically, if I click on... Okay, watch this. If I click on both the Enlightened... Evil? False. And then it's like, number 3 is the poisoner. Then it's like, so true. Corrupted! Well, then it's number 4, isn't it? And it's number 4 who is evil. Okay, hold up. Both characters in info are good. Okay. If you lie, then both characters in info are good. And it could be just a minion, so that's true. Bombardier, Puka, Poisoner, and a minion in a row causing no corruption. Yeah, I suppose so. That could be the case. But since this is corrupted, that means it's either right next to a Puka or right next to a Poisoner. And it's more likely to be 4 with Poisoner. But this could be a Puka and this could be a... Okay, if lies, both characters in info are good. So if the knight is the Poisoner, or a Puka, and then we have Okay, so if knight is Puka... Okay, let's imagine the universe where knight is Puka. That would mean one of the enlightened is evil and one of the knitters are evil and none of them are in a row. So if it's like this layout, then that does make sense. 2-1-3. And then you are bullshitting because this is actually a minion and you are a Puka. Closest evil is equidistant. I mean that you are telling the truth. By... let's see. No, you could be lying actually, hold on. Yeah, you could be poisoned. There is only one pair of evil. Well, then you'd be incorrect. Only way for knight to be corrupt now if it's number 1 Puka. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's kind of true. I feel like stabbing the knight is because we already have 2 bads here. So like 2 bads here. So like if the knight is bad. Okay, so if the knight is good and the oracle is here, the enlightened and I do feel like the Empress is telling the truth though. It's either 2, 1 or 3. That's the problem, it's 2, 1 or 3. Yeah, that's the issue. Is it 1 or is it 2? Because it could be a silly situation. It's only 1 pair evil. It's closest evil is counterclockwise. Okay, if you are telling the truth... Okay, if this enlightened is telling the truth, then that would mean that the second... that would mean that both number 6 and number 2 are evil. No, actually, hold on. No, actually, hold up. If number 4 is telling the truth, then that would mean that number 2 is evil, but number 5 and 6 are both good, which doesn't make any sense. Okay, I'm thinking Poisoner, Puka, Minion could be. 4 has to... I mean, 4 is just straight up on that evil grind, so it just has to be 4. Yeah, because of what I just said, like, it just has to be. Like, one of these 2 is evil, but, like, if it's... It's either equidistant, or it's, like, you know... There we go, Poisoner. Okay, so I got the Poisoner. That means... You are either good, or you got Puked. Which you probably got Puked, because this is probably Puka. And there's probably no pairs of evil. Number 1 is telling the truth? Yeah, number 1 is telling the truth in that scenario. Yeah, that's true. Number 2 is safe to try killing. Yeah, that's correct. Because she's not a Puka. Knight is good. Oh, sorry. 2, 1 or 3 is evil. That's correct. The Bombardier is the Bombardier. Closest evil is equidistant. You obviously just got Puka'd, so like you are Puka. And then the twin minion could be anywhere. I think. No, this is the twin minion, definitely. No, actually, hold on. If this is the... No, okay, so you're the Puka, which means both of you are lying. That does line up. Is there a world in which it's not the case? 7 can't be Puka. Yeah, 7 cannot be Puka. It's definitely number 6, but I'm thinking if I'm skill issuing right now with a faulty logic or something along those lines. Okay, that's a minion. Well, I mean, that's lucky. And I'm thinking number 5, surely. Also, I'm being messaged. Give me a second. Ah, okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna finish this round, like this ascension, and then I'm gonna go because I'm being messaged. It's like, where are you, man? Well, I mean, kinda, but not really. Okay, number 8 is true. 7 can be Puka because number 8 is true. Yeah, that's true. This one is correct. Okay, this was the fake one. This was a minion, so actually, hold up. That means you are correct. Or are you? Hold on a minute. No, hold on a minute. There are not two. Okay, but like, okay, so you see, there's a problem with the minion. If the minion is correct, then there are 2 pairs of evil. But if the knitter is the Puka, then that means there are 2 pairs of evil. 5 is the only one left. Yeah, but like, you see what I mean? If it's 5, then there are indeed 2 pairs of evil, right? That's how this works? 2, 1, and 3 are lying. 4 or 3 is a poisoner. This one is definitely a knight that cannot die. This one said 2, 1, and 3. Ah, hold on a minute. Yeah, it's the Empress. Yeah, but then hold on, no. If it's the Empress, then it's a Puka, surely. Okay, the Empress is lying, but she cannot be the Puka. Enlightened then would be correct that closest evil is equidistant. 4 or 3, 7 or 8 is Puka. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Four or 3 is a poisoner. She is not lying. These 2, they are not lying. If 5 is telling the truth, then it has to be 7. There's only 1 pair of evil. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's... Okay, the problem with 7... Okay, no, actually, if 7, then it all makes perfect sense. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, what are we actually dealing with here? We're dealing with a witch and a Lilith. The original baker, a wretch. Well, that's not a. Well, that's a completely dead hand. Like, you know, if this was a draw of the hand, there'd be people like, this is garbage. That's 1 away from the closest evil. I was enlightened, and the witch is blocking my attempts. Oh, that's fucked up. We got Baker's. We got a fucking the Baker Street because we got a doppelganger. Druid? There are no outcasts. That means one of them is evil. 5 is lying since I did number 7 first. That is... Number 7 got done first. Number 5... Yeah, number 5 is lying, you're right. And there's no outcast among them, hypothetically. That is the doppelganger. Well, I guess the doppelganger lies if it's like, ah yes, are you the baker? There are circumstances in which doppelganger lies. I see, that's how it works. But the most importantly, Druid just straight up lied to me. And do we have a Puka? A Plague Doctor? No. It's either Witch or Lilith then. That's a Lilith. Lilith is 1 card away from the closest evil. Well, I mean, it cannot be this one. So it's either the Baker, the original Baker, one of those 2 is the remaining Baker. Or you are lying. So it's either between you or you. I cannot trust anyone except for the Jester! Could also be number 8. No, it can't be number 8. No, actually, hold up. 1 away. Okay, hold up. 1 away. No, you're actually right. I miscalculated. 1 away means right next to it. So it's either... So it's either one of these two or this one. And the... Okay, but we have 2 unrevealed cards, so either of them could be Bakery. Okay, consider there's only 1 evil. It makes sense that this guy is good, this guy is good. Well, I mean good, as in like, you know. But like... Learning how many of them are evil. Okay. So I think what we do is we do... I mean, it's a perfect, like, 1 and 3, like, between the 3 of these guys. Is there a way I can, like, rig it in a reasonable way? Five, 7, 8, and see what I get. 7, 8. 5, 7, 8. Yeah, but like, it's gonna tell me that there is 1 evil, and then I'm like, is it number 7 or is it number 8? No, hold on a second. We only have 1 liar here left. Yeah, so yeah, 7 is probably 3. So I say 5, 7, 8. It is the most logical sense is to check out number 8. There is 1 evil. It has to be number 8 then. Boom. Got him. Alright, good job. Bravo. Okay, what's the setup? The setup is Poisoner, Shaman, Ba. So I can just open them all. No, I didn't really think about it, but they really did one of those things where the bishop is a big-breasted woman. Didn't really think about it, but like, no, it just straight up is, but like, it is covered by the thing. Also, potentially, like, 50 years old. That is certainly a design decision. Well, we have 3 fortune tellers, so like, let's see what's up with that. Doppelganger, and probably disguised. Yeah, we do definitely have a doppelganger. Actually, hold up. A Ba is 1 fake outcasted added to the view. Plague Doctor is in, so like, either somebody's masquerading as a Plague Doctor or the doppelganger is fake, and there's 2 people on these guys. Well, I think what I'm supposed to do here is I grab all 3 of my fortune tellers and I verify if one specific guy is bad. Poisoner, Shaman, Ba. Plague Doctor. Okay, well... Okay, hold on. It does check out that the alchemist could cure 2 dudes if it's like this. That the chances of that are fairly high, I would say. Especially considering that he has fortune tellers and he has fucking an entourage. So I mean, that checks out. That just checks out. I'm 1 away from a corrupted character and, hold on. Another alchemist. 1 away from a corrupted character. Five is evil, 8 is corrupted. If BD is real, then it can only be 2 corruptions. If it is doppelganger, it's only 2 corrupted. Yeah, that's kind of true. 5 is evil, 8 is corrupted. 2 cards away from closest evil. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Everybody, all of the fortune tellers, they're gonna rat on alchemist and no, actually, hold up. What if I make all of the fortune tellers rat out on these 2 guys? on these two. Means that's a 2 in a row, and then I only have to guess between the... Is that a freebie? Can I get a freebie? I mean, there's no way this guy cured 2 corruptions, surely. I mean, if it's Alchemist, Fortune Teller, that does make sense. If it's 8, 2, and 5, that does line up. So here's what we're gonna do. 8, 2, 8, 2, 8, 2. They all answer the same thing. That's curious. We do have a shaman and a doppelganger. I think what's happening here is we have 2 shamans, like 2 fortune tellers and a doppelganger. So actually none of the fortune tellers are bad. 5 is evil, 8 is corrupted. Because, let's see. And this guy curing 2 This guy doesn't have to cure 2 corruptions. It is possible that he cured 0 corruptions. Because the possibility of them lying, all 3 of them, like, lying, that's impossible because they're right next to... Yeah, this one is so busy, I just feel like I just stabbed the alchemist on the right. And the plague doctor. It is possible that the 2 fortune tellers at the bottom it's possible that these 2 are evil, poisoner, and then badness, and then corrupted. I mean, but then that would mean that this guy is so right, and this guy is 1 away from a corrupted character. I mean, isn't that kind of impossible though? You know. It would make sense to stab the bard. I feel like I stabbed the bard here. Could absolutely stab the bard here. It just feels like the right thing to do. Number 7 could be true if 8 is corrupted. Can an alchemist be corrupted? I mean, it's impossible for them to be both right at the same time. Because this guy is within the 2 range. Instead of poison or PD, yeah, you're right. Well, alchemist, it says. I feel like I stabbed the bard here. The alchemist doesn't cure himself, right? Yeah, the alchemist doesn't cure himself. So the logical conclusion is... this guy is the poisoner. He poisoned the alchemist. Plague Doctor is evil. And all of the fortune tellers are actually good. And the alchemist on the right is also evil. And Knitter is completely full of shit. If 7 poisoned 8, then 7 would be given true info. Yeah, which is impossible. It's just impossible. It's impossible for Plague Doctor to be poisoned. And if 7 poisoned 8, then he would be lying. PD could be evil. I mean, I'm thinking that like PD is definitely lying, and he's probably evil, because all of 3 fortune tellers answering the same thing. Like, I'm thinking all 3 of the fortune tellers are... That's 2 real dudes and a doppelganger. And that's why they're all saying the same thing, because otherwise it'd be pretty difficult. I'd say stab Bard, stab Plague Doctor. I really want to stab the Bard. I feel like at this point it's more of a like about a principles that I want to stab the Bard rather than anything else, because it's probably Bard, Plague Doctor, Alchemist, you know? Feels like Bard, Plague Doctor, Alchemist. Now, hold up. All of these guys are saying 8 and 2 are innocent. So this guy is lying. Okay, so Alchemist did actually cure a corruption from one of these two. Probably from a Plague Doctor. Either way, it's impossible for this guy to be fucking lying. But he is. It just is. He's just built different. He's just so built different that like it's he doesn't care about the laws of the universe because he knows them inside out. You did try to tell me, and did I listen? No. I'm a goober, apparently. So apparently he was telling the truth that he's one away from a corrupted character. Means that's... So this guy is corrupted, and he didn't actually cure any corruptions. Yeah, because of PT. Yeah, well, if 8 is corrupted... If 8 is corrupted, I mean 5 is actually evil. I guessed 8 and got 5 is evil, yeah. I presume if... Okay, if what would happen if Plague Doctor was false? If Plague Doctor is a faker, would he just be like, oh yeah, 8 is definitely corrupted, but so you should totally kill 5? Okay, so evil, poisoned. Is that what we're thinking? So evil, poisoned. There's only one pair of evil, though, it says. I mean, if it's fortune tellers, then that does make sense. So, Doppelganger got poisoned by PD. Evil, poison. Could be all 4. Well, 3 fortune tellers, yeah. Well, either way, I think I stabbed number 5 just out of safety. Yep, that's a ba. So that means all of them are lying. So, but which ones are corrupted? Because we do have one poisoner. Two cars away from closest evil. This one is the most likely. And you poisoned this guy. So I stab number 2. Surely. Otherwise the hunter is lying, and there's just simply no way. Unless... No, absolutely. Actually, hold on. The other alchemist is poisoned. Yeah, that's true. If this guy is the poisoner, and he poisoned this alchemist, and it's not a Plague Doctor... That one thing that's absolutely fucked about this is Plague Doctor and Poisoner being in the same lobby, you know? Like, you see those two, like, queuing up, I feel like you just immediately alt F4 during the, like, the boot up screen of the game. Take the 50-minute penalty on the queuing match. Alchemist can have cure too, yeah, that's right. But, like, I'm thinking, is he poisoned or is he evil? Only 2 corruptions and 8 is one of them, yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously this guy got poisoned. So we'll mark it with a yellow. 9 and 1 are aiming for poison, 2 and 3. 9 and 1 are aiming for poison, 9 and 3, yeah. Occam's Razor. I'm really feeling the Occam's Razors on this one. Just kill all the fortune tellers, stab them all, leave none alive. You know, kind of that kind of deal. No doppelganger? Alchemist has to be evil. Is there a shaman? Yeah, there is a shaman. We have a shaman and a doppelganger. This fucked up world, we got a shaman and a doppelganger. And a poisoner and a plague doctor. That's like, you see this comp, it's like you immediately know you're gonna lose the internationals. I only have one outcast, so no doppelganger. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, by the way, plague doctor was right. Okay, so just really quick. Plague doctor was right, so that means that Ba added doppelganger as the fake. It means there is no doppelganger. Doppelganger is not in play. There's a shaman, the two alchemists have to be real. I feel like the two alchemists are real and they're both poisoned, you know? I feel like that's kind of the situation we're rocking with. Alright, kill all fortune tellers, leave none alive. I have to do it. I have to do it. Okay, got him. Leave none. Okay, by the way, that was poisoner. This was poisoner. So, okay, that makes sense. Only one pair of evil. Yep, that all makes sense. Yeah, but plus this is the only guy he could have poisoned, and this guy has to have poisoned this guy. Okay, so that's... The indecisiveness on this one, though. Alright. 2 more games, and then I'm out. So this one, and then the next one. And then it's Ascension 5. What are we rocking with here? What are we rolling up with? Ba, Poisoner, Minion. Wretch, and Drunk. One is a real bard. You're 2 cards away from corrupted character. I was enlightened. I was jester. I was a medium. Okay, so I mean, that does check out if you're a corrupted character. Cured 1 corruption. That wouldn't reach her, which does make sense. And we have 1 poisoner. And cannot be cured. So that means it doesn't count as cured. Because he's not going to be trying to cure. Plus there is no wretch, so surely the wretch is the fake one that they added. And so it's 9 characters, and there is... And so... Definitely a drunk. And check out the drunk. How Poisoner works with Baker, yeah. That is fair. If lies, say that there's a random villager roll. Medium, Jester, Enlightened. And Enlightened was indeed in play. There is no reason for there to be a second Jester though, so that's kind of sus. So that's second Jester, second Medium. Which means either evil or drunk, you think. Yeah, there's 3 bakers. Yeah, that is correct. There is 3 bakers. But at least one of the bakers is just lying, because none of them are claiming to be the original baker, but one of them has to be the original baker. One's probably drunk and the other two are evil. Yeah, that's true. It does line up, technically. If this one is evil, and this one is evil, then that means that Bart is probably corrupted. Okay, so I think here's what we do. Jester, Baker, Baker. So it's like, you tag yourself, then you tag this one. Hold on a second, we have two Jesters as well. Okay, so I think here's what we do here. Jester selects themselves, then they select the baker, then they select the third baker. And then the others say 2, 1, and they would never say 3. If they say 2, then we stab both bakers. If they say 1, that means one of them is evil. And then we can try to reverse psychology the second Jester to spill the beans. Because I think the Bard is poisoned and this guy is the poisoner. There are two evils. Stab. Stab. There we go, that's good. No, this is probably the drunk. I was enlightened. Okay, so this is the poisoner. This means this guy is telling lies. So it's probably the second Jester, or... Is there a way for there to be a random drunkenness? Okay, this Jester is probably a drunk. And this baker, is it just all the bakers? Is it Baker Street or Bad Boys? What do you think? If evil, true. Stab Baker. Okay, that was a drunk. Well, that makes my game easier because that just means. Actually, hold up. Let's just really quickly make this Jester just out themselves. There are 3 evils. Yeah, you sure can count, Mr. Jester. That's really good. Why don't you come to me to this suspiciously spiky room, Mr. Jester? Okay, last round. What are we dealing with here? Minion, Shaman, Ba. I feel like this one's a bit easy. It's gonna prove me wrong within 5 seconds. Okay, so I flip them all out, and it's probably gonna be Bombardier, and the Doppelganger is gonna be fake, or the other way around. Yeah, there's Bombardier. That means there is no Doppelganger. What are the duplicates that we have? We have duplicate, 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 duplicate. Learn one random outcast among them. Wow. Wow, that's very useful. That's very useful in the scenario where we have, 3 duplicates. Yeah, Miss Druid, can you count the amount of outcasts? I can count 1. Yeah, I can tell you that one for free, man. That's 1 outcast. Miss Druid. Alright, let's see what the fuck we're dealing with here. Doesn't matter, you're innocent. Shaman is 3 cards away from closest evil. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that does make sense. So it's like evil, evil. I mean, inside the data it's like evil, evil, which also makes sense. Either case, I feel like this one has to be evil anyway. Doppelganger and Bombardier is fake. It could be, actually, it could be that the Bombardier is fake. Okay, I feel like... Actually, hold up, what are they saying? 8, 6, or 9. 8, 6, or 9. 5, 2, or 8. 1 is evil. Now, what if... Hold on a minute. All of these queens are sus, you know? It feels like all of these queens are just sus as fuck, because... yeah, there's only 1 evil amongst those 2 doppelgangers. And then these 2 are like, yeah, there's definitely only... And this one is fucking self-reporting. I mean, if this one is true... Okay, Miss Druid, I know I shat on you before, but actually, I'm pretty sure you're gonna need to suss out the Empresses for me, will you? There are no outcasts, she says. Well, it has to be 2 lying ones, right? But then it's only 1 is evil amongst 5, 2, or 8. Do we have a drunk? We don't have a drunk. I mean, what's the point of me knowing anything about like which world these guys are? So Dreamer is actually quite bad. Shaman is 3 cards away from closest Dreamer. I mean, this... Okay, you know what? I can actually use it. Are you a Shaman? Could be minion, if they are... Okay, I assume. Could be... You know what? I was gonna say that this is easy, but actually this is completely fucked up. This is so fucked up. Is there like a silly clause that I do not understand? Line disguise, line disguise, line disguise. Shaman. Shaman, that means there's... Okay, Shaman means there are duplicates. So these guys actually could be like for real. These 2 guys could be so real. Yes, okay, I see the problem. There could be duplicates. 5, 2, or 8. Apparently there's no outcasts among them, so... Surely the Empress, this bottom Empress, is so fake. Because these 2, they completely agree with each other and there's no corruptions. That's a Shaman. Yeah, but that's good. Shaman is 3 cards away from closest evil. Means 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3. Alright, Mr. Man, it's time for you to suss yourself out. What do you think about the Shaman? What do you think about this little Shaman right here? Saying the truth? I'm afraid that you're dead, man. Boom. 8, 6, or 9 now. There's like one amongst 8, 6, or 9. So I'm thinking it's probably 6. No, actually, hold on. Hey, Mr. Judge, Mr. the other judge, what do you think about what Shaman just said? Oh yeah, dude, so fucking true, so real, man. I agree with everything she said. Alright, man. Alright, there we go. Bravo, bravo. Peak deduction skills, ascension completed. I am ready. I will come back to this next time. So I'm gonna go to menu and hope that it doesn't completely reset my shit forever. Which it could, but we'll see. It did continue on the second round when I did the thing, but anyway. Right, thank you very much for coming. It has been very much a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for the assistance. Maybe it's a little bit cheaty, but at the same time I do feel like it's application of logic by 2 people who have, you know, just applying logic. It's just 2 homies applying logic to each other, you know, no homo. Anyway, thank you very much for being here. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day and a beautiful, beautiful night. GG and good night. Team game. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.